Hey YouTube, coming at you today. We got a quick video. So today is deconstruction or decommission day of the 2004 Yamaha Blaster. So if you're not sure about where this came from, check out the last video. I just did an introduction on it, let you all know what it is and what we're going to be doing. All kind of parts behind us that are new that we're going to be getting installed on this machine. But first, we're going to tear it down into nothing. We're going to powder coat the frame coming up. We're going to be Cerakoting the motor and doing some different things in there. It did have good compression at 120, so hopefully I don't have to really do anything as far as rebuild. But I'm going to reach out to the guy and make sure he's okay with that. However, in this video, we're getting everything taken down, get it into the parts. This is going to be a nice quick one for you all. I am going to just try to get footage and highlight anything that I see that's broken or destroyed that needs to be replaced, so it's in the video and that I can send it out to him as well. But first and foremost, before you go too far, hit that like button and subscribe, turn on the notification bell, so that the next time I upload a video, you'll be notified and you can follow the build with us. Yeah, but first and foremost, I always like everyone to see what the machine's currently looking like as we see it right here today. So we're looking pretty decent, pretty good. I mean, it's a solid machine. As I stated in the last video, it's nice and solid. It's just going to get some upgrades and looks a lot different. We're going to customize it, like make it a little bit more what the daughter wants of this machine. So we're going to go ahead and we're just taking our quick spin. We're going to set the camera up, put it up on the stand, and start taking it off.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute. I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning. And this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things. But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? Let's go! Hey! Yeah, this is my life, my strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new.
So these parts here were put in the stripper, so they're not blasted yet, but you take that Alba coating right off. This is the rear light bracket. These parts here have already been blasted. I'm gonna pick out the colors for those in a bit. We got our frame all ready to roll, but all that stuff we don't really have to worry about except for the steering stem and the little knuckle. But there's not a whole bunch left that needs to be blasted. Gonna figure out what we're gonna do with the ASV levers. Got the Albert Nerf bars that are gonna get blasted, front bumper. And then all this stuff is like smaller miscellaneous. Wow, so we put in about, I don't know, 2 hours the first day, 3 hours the next day in order to get it to here. And some parts back here behind us. But we're going to flip the camera over, talk about the frame. We took it all out. There is nothing really wrong with it. There was two areas that I had to address. One of the tabs for the coil pack was broke. And then there was a hole right here that I did spot weld and then use the sanding wheel to smooth down. But we're going to get close, take a look at the frame, and then take a look at our parts to close this video up. This video was just basically about to tear down, so that's all we're going to do in it. So here's the frame. I mean, it doesn't look horrible. Structurally wise, it's fine. I mean, it's expected to be from something that's pretty old and you're going to powder coat, but you know, it's been the paint and stuff coming off. Structurally, everything looks good. I didn't see any of these holes that needed to be really messed with, but I powder everything, no plugs. And then I run the thread tapper through everything to just make sure our threads are back what they should be so that we can get everything mounted back on. A little rub mark there. Got our VIN number that we're going to have exposed. I mean, overall, it's not going to be horrible. I do got to get these bushings in here taken out. Steering stem bushings, they can come out. I do have replacements for those. Next video is going to be the blasting and the powder coating of this, and hopefully the powder coating of those parts. So my plan is to get everything laid out, powdered, and then just have like a full assembly day and not have to have a bunch of individuals. But swing arm and stuff came off with no problem. The part that's going to take the longest is the hardware. Since there is no complete bolt kit for this outside of going to like alloy bolts or something like that, and it's like $200 something, and a lot of this hardware is good, I'll blast it all and I'll recoat it, and that's what takes time. If I Cerakote it with the air cure, I can't use it for 24 hours. However, I don't do the whole thing. I have bolts in this bag, so if I do the steering, 24 hours. Once I get that ready and I come around to the shocks, 24 hours. 24 hours. So we'll figure that whole part out here shortly. But, you know, everything else looks pretty good. Harness is going to have to get opened. There are some loose wires in there that I want to just make sure is good, make sure the continuity and all that stuff is fine. We're going to Cerakote the master cylinder here, Cerakote these calipers, powder coat these hubs, Cerakote that hardware, powder coat that hardware for the steering stem. Headlights good. Got to get these blasted, but there's only two things that pretty much need blasted left: the Nerf bars, and then I am going to see what I'm going to do with the handlebars. I might leave those, and we have the ASV levers. Those will get blasted because I'm going to coat those and powder coat those to match everything else. Now this stripper is what saved my life. I mean, it takes cutting down the powder into no time, which is great. But over here is all of our parts that I've gotten blasted. So we're total have about 5.5 hours of working on it. Have the machine in. That was the first video and tear down. So that first video, I was in here 2 hours, and that was making the video, kicking it over and all that. So it has not been 5 hours of disassemble, but we got the majority of the lug nuts. Got a couple more of those that I have to get blasted. Got our heel guards, rear bumper, brackets, front 8 arms, the skid plate, everything here. We got our 1 foot peg, but for the most part, I'd say in 2 hours, less than 2 hours, about 2 hours, I could have all this other stuff, hubs, sprocket, hubs, springs, all that stuff done. But what takes the most time is just disassembling it all, taking it all down, and keeping the bolts separated from other stuff. And even with these, you tape off the nuts, so I have to put tape around all the bolts to make sure, around all the nuts to make sure that they don't get all destroyed. Yeah, we're moving along. It looks like a mess, but it is an organized mess for me. All right, everyone, so I'm going to take the next 10 minutes, get everything cleaned up in here and organized so that once I do get this blasted, the powdering, it's going to be a lot more smooth. And then, like I said, I have this bin full of parts that I'm going to get back to them. You know, those things are just taking up kind of space, so I'll just get all that stuff out of here and all that stuff moved, and then we should be good to go. So if you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, turn on the notification bell, so that the next time I upload a video, you'll be notified. If you're interested in other builds that I've done, check out the 2005 Banshee right here that I did, and the 93 Retro mod that we did over here. Both great looking machines.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy.